Mini excavators made in China. Today, I'd like to talk about mini excavators made in China through this video. When it comes to mini excavators, I think there are several keywords that must be mentioned. Shandong, low cost, and cutthroat competition. The first keyword, Shandong. Shandong is a major production base for Komatsu excavators. Especially Jining in Shandong should be particularly mentioned. As a city with industry at its core, Komatsu has driven the industrial chain of the entire region on its own. Representatives supporting brands include Eaton and Donfoss. The entire industrial chain, including steel markets, welding factories, hydraulic components, castings, electronic control systems, and a series of product suppliers, has brought strong impetus to the development of Jining City. Meanwhile, the development of Komatsu in China has also driven surrounding companies like XCMG and Linggong Group. These well-known domestic enterprises have also begun to engage in the research and development and manufacturing of excavators and have quickly caught up. Since the 2008 financial crisis and until the cooling of the real estate industry, large projects have decreased and many factories have begun to face new challenges, that is, excessive inventory. Well-known domestic brands have started to shift their attention to the micro-excavator market and wheeled excavator market to make up for the shortcomings of their products. Since then, a large number of small excavators have begun to appear in the market. It was also during this period that many designers resigned to start their own businesses and developed their own small excavator brands instead. From the earliest Model 08 to Model 18 and then to today's Model 30, small factories of various scales have emerged one after another and have driven the rise of mechanical e-commerce in the Jining region. The second keyword, low cost. When it comes to low cost, we should start with the product itself. Some well-known mini excavator brands, such as Kubota, Yanmar, Bobcat, Wacker-Neuson, etc., have occupied the major share of the global mini construction machinery and are also major component purchasers. For some small factories in Jining, this has increased the costs of research and development and procurement, and the threshold for research and development has become very high. However, this has not dampened the enthusiasm and initiative of the people in Jining for development at all. According to their own understanding, they have created mini excavators with lower costs and certain practicability. The birth of Model 08 became popular across the domestic market. With its very low cost and low selling price, it once became the main helper for decoration, demolition, and orchard construction. It was the rise of Model 08 that brought great confidence and research and development capital to manufacturers, and then subsequent models like 10, 12, 15, 17, 18 emerged. These models also quickly became popular across the country and were sold to foreign markets, especially in Europe, America, and Southeast Asia. With their low costs and selling prices, they won the favor of many foreign customers and became a kind of mechanical, fast-moving consumer goods. Meanwhile, large foreign brands felt an unprecedented threat, but even so, everyone is clear that the gap is still very obvious. Durability and after-sales service systems still face great challenges. It was also at this stage that international well-known brand suppliers like Kubota restricted the export of accessories, which increased the production costs of domestic manufacturers. I also regard it as a kind of their own trade protection mechanism. In 2022, with the rise of the auction market, many unscrupulous domestic traders set their sights on the already unhealthy market in Jining and began to purchase these low-cost mini excavators in large quantities and send them to auction companies in North America. From 2022 until now, a large number of Chinese mini excavators have flooded the entire North American region, just like locusts everywhere. In the early days, these devices were auctioned at high prices, but the user experience of these mini excavators was very poor, with various quality problems, or even worse. The third key word, cutthroat competition. I think there is an inevitable connection between quality and profit. When there is sufficient profit, factories can control costs and quality at a reasonable level, and then there will be good products or user experiences. On the contrary, when factories are squeezed by traders in order to obtain orders and funds, those factories and traders without business ethics will take risks to cut costs and pass off inferior goods as good ones. That's really bad. It was at this time that many factories without bottom lines scrambled for orders and quoted very low OEM prices one after another, A large number of cheap and unqualified devices flowed into the market. I think this kind of cutthroat competition could have been avoided. Many suppliers have no business operation thinking and just want to turn their goods into cash, but things go contrary to their wishes, resulting in a large number of bad debts. I believe that in 2025 they will realize where the problems lie, enhance their own value, and get out of the vicious circle of cutthroat competition. They can still make a comeback. I have always believed in the creativity of the Chinese people, and I firmly believe that the Chinese people can make good products. As long as we accept the value of the goods themselves and recognize the value, we will be able to buy better Chinese mini excavators.